Yeah, I wasn't the most popular used guy in the acting and stuff world. I'm the Where's Wolfman instead of Where's Waldo. For over 20 years, you can see me in moving shows and kids shows with those nasty pedos that actually ran it and the nasty companies that did those. But I wasn't aware of that kind of stuff back then. But you can spot me in a lot of movies for a few seconds and stuff. And I've started to put them on my YouTube channel. They're kind of funny. But also, I got a clip on my YouTube channel that's funny. Jack Black with fire coming at me, and I'm dodging fire. He goes, it's really funny. He goes, back off. I will literally burn your face.
I will torch you, bitches. I will literally burn your face.
Yeah.
And it comes over with the fire, and I dodge it, and that was cool. So Jack Black was cool, and I spoke with his longtime stand-in. His stand-in said, no, he's a really cool guy, really genuine guy, nice to, they've taken him places, and so apparently Jack Black's really cool, I can tell you that much. The Rock winked at me. I mean, I already knew and was chatting with his cousin for a while that is a stunt double. But I was right next to The Rock in that. In fact, The Rock threw a right cross next to my face, like that far, like over here, like full power, boom. He wanted to put me kind of in the stunts doing that, and then they didn't want to pay me for that, which sucks. But anyway, and then I'm on the ground and I'm dizzy and I kind of get up and shake by him. I don't think you can really see it in the movie, and I'm kind of like this. But at one point, I could tell he wanted a little bit of room, and I scooted back and he winked at me. So The Rock winked at me. I don't know what that means nowadays, but I mean, I've been around some people. I've been on set with everybody. Jennifer Aniston a couple times. She was very flirtatious the first movie when I was young and buff.
He's sweet and down to earth and doesn't have that many issues.
And blowing me off on the second movie, even though I said hi to her in Greek a few years later. You can see me in the second one. First one was Along Came Polly. The second one, I'm probably not supposed to talk about this stuff, man. And she was very, very flirtatious with like the ADs coming up like, hey, how long have you known Jennifer? I'm like, I don't. She's like, yeah, but she keeps coming over you and saying hi. We said hi like 100 times to each other. She was married to Brad Pitt at the time. I don't know, but I had a cut-off shirt in this like dance scene in Along Came Polly, kind of a funny movie. And I was buff and young and not as fat as I am now. But years later on, I don't know, I got out of my thing, and you can see her look at me in the scene, and I'm checking her out, and she kind of like blows me off. It's funny, and she's walking her dog. I was actually supposed to be her date to the wedding and walk her down the aisle, and they changed it last minute. I mean, I was all my measurements for a tux and everything, and I almost walked Jennifer Aniston down the aisle. But it was funny. I said hi to her in Greek this long night before the marriage scene. We filmed the dinner scene all night long with Steven Christopherson. He did this great sci-fi movie with a plane back in the 70s. And Blade, right? Wasn't that him? Anyway, I said hi to her in Greek, and like 30 minutes later, she goes, oh, so you're Greek? I mean, elites and super famous people can be a little bit funny, I'm not talking mad shit, but it's a little bit funny. What is really funny, I kept walking in with her around the front of the house, this nice house we were filming at, and the paparazzi, and tons of paparazzi across the street started like taking pictures of me, and I was about to fight 2009. I was about to go fight in the second time in the third Daido Juko Kudo World Championships. And I'm preparing for a fight. I haven't fought MMA since 2001, and it's basically an MMA fight, and MMA karate street, whatever you want to call it. And I was throwing kicks and stuff for the paparazzi, and they were like going crazy. I think they thought, oh my God, maybe she's a new guy in Jennifer Aniston's life or whatever, not a friggin' background actor. So I was a real principal actor. Like I had lines and stuff. I have credits and stuff. I got cut from movies. I was a stuntman, credited legit and stuff. And a lot of times I was silly Dan the Wolfman, getting seen for being a bad guy or a funny guy with funny reaction shots in TV shows and movies. Yeah, that was kind of cool. I mean, like Moneyball, Brad Pitt. Hey, man. Hey, that was my interaction with Brad Pitt. I did 2 days of stunt driving and shooting as a Mossad hitman on NCIS. You can see me in Couples Retreat, so I got stories about Vince Vaughn. And
I remember that.
That is not a real toilet. Dad, what's going on? Is everything okay? Please tell me he's not peeing in the store.
Jeremy Piven, who trains jiu-jitsu now, you were an asshole, and I'm gonna catch wrestle you the shit out of you if we ever wrestle, because I know some of the stuff you've done. You were such an asshole. The first guy, like the second night in LA, I hung out with him, and like my buddy who wrote a book on MMA, who trained with me at Militich's, he's married to a pretty famous female director, writer, person, and Jerry Piven.
Here's $100. Please put it in a brown paper bag along with a nice big pile of shit.
She was doing a book signing at a store. I happened to walk in. I'm like, whoa, dude, how you doing? He was not so nice to me. He made fun because at the time, the first agent I had within a couple days of being in LA was Steven Seagal's cousin, supposedly. And they put me in the movie Limitless and never paid me. And then tried to make me sign a false backdated thing, and they still have never paid me. And SAG never did shit about it for years now. I'm in Limitless.
Hold up a second.
Without a release.
Number one, that didn't pay you. That's some fuckery right there.
Yeah.
But you were in the Limitless movie.
Just for a second, he double fist guys me because he knew I made YouTube instructional videos back in the day, especially the eHel ones that got like 18 million views or whatever. So they used that in the subway fight scene because the plan was to use some Bruce Lee footage, but I replaced Bruce Lee, actually. I never thought of it that way. I replaced Bruce Lee.
To get inside the mouth, like this.
It's going to cost like $15,000. And literally they edited me in the night before they sent out all the reels to the movie theaters across the country for the release.
Wow.
Now, one more thing on Hollywood on Chuck. I'm on the set of Chuck, not my stunt day, just as a background guy day. And they're doing like a bank robbery scene. And, you know, the stunt guys and some of the actors and stuff, they already kind of know me. The cool big guy actor on Chuck who was in Full Metal Jacket, rocking the M60 Pig. Do you know what I'm talking about, Full Metal Jacket? Yeah. He flips out his friggin' like $100, $200 knife and says, "What are you carrying?" Shows me his knife and sees my pocket knife. I think at the time it was a Spyderco. Now I carry like CQC 8C, you know, with the wave feature, or 7C to open up. But he shows me that, and he was a cool dude, man. And then anyway, I'm on the couch, just office set, staying away from the other extras and kind of just chilling. I like to see the camera angles and learn about the lighting, and always learn, always be learning on set. Don't be so close you're a pain in the ass, but be close enough to learn some things. And if they need someone right that second, man, you're right there, man. And you make friends maybe. And I'm cracking my neck like I usually am from beat up grappling and fighting for my life. And I'm sitting on a couch and someone starts massaging me. I look back and it's Linda Hamilton, Terminator.
You're here. Might as well make yourself useful.
Sarah Connor, dude. Out of nowhere, nice person. You know? And
Nice.
nerd in me was kind of like, you know, like Linda Hamilton, man, she was so hot in Terminator 2. All
Yeah.
do pull-ups.
So what's your favorite martial arts movie? If you got to pick one.
Easy. Rapid fire, Brandon Lee. And I'll tell you why. Remy, martial arts one-on-one. Why? Because most martial arts, including my daddy Steven, I'll take you to the blood-bleeding Senator Trent, to the blood bank. Are mostly badasses, right? All the martial art movies are badasses. Not so in Rapid Fire. He just happened to be a martial artist college kid. A normal dude, martial artist college kid, except the evil communist ran over his dad at Tiananmen Square. Ooh, Hollywood doesn't like saying that nowadays. Isn't it funny what they were like 20 years ago versus now? But anyway, the first like third or half of the movie, he doesn't want to help the cops or FBI out at all. Great movie, great actor. I can't think of his name right now. He played the cop. Great fight scenes. I think Jeffy Mata might have did that one. Great fight scenes. But he's a normal dude, and he doesn't want to help out. And then he gets enough of it. And he's like, "No, I'm going undercover. I'm going in. I'm doing it with you." And great fight scenes. And I got my favorite fight scene, the little clip, traps, and then kicks, and then round kicks through the banister of the stairs. That's like my favorite couple seconds of fighting in all of martial art movies. I do love Out for Justice, and I do love.
I was just about to say,
so
that's
Out
my
for
favorite
Justice,
one. Out for Justice, it's got to be my favorite one.
Anybody seen Richie? Huh?